You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for your baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Mommy Guide Inc. For those who are new to the channel, I am Mommy Lala, and in Mommy Guide Inc., we do crafty live streams most of the time every Wednesdays and Saturdays, except when it's in the month of August, April, and December, where I actually go live every day of those months for Craft Every Day in April and August, and for Vlogmas. Otherwise, it's every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Okay, I actually do a lot of paper crafting and different kinds of crafts. And sometimes I'm also joined with some of my dear crafty friends, and oftentimes also some creators from different niches. So if you are interested in that, I hope that you would consider liking and subscribing. Of course, I'd like to welcome very first in the chat, Laurie. Hi, Laurie. Good morning to you, my friend. So early, right? And of course, we also have Donna. Hi, Donna. I hope that it's not too cold for you guys. I know that the weather has been a little bit crazy for most of you. One day it's super cold, and then it'll become a little bit better, and then cold again. So just stay warm and safe. And I hope that, the weather gets better. And of course, we have my moderator daughter in the chat, Sammy Pai. Thank you so much again, my dear friends, for being here. Hi, Cheryl. Oh my goodness, this is Cheryl. How are you, my friend? All right. Yes, this is Cheryl, my dear friend in Sweden. Okay, she is actually into counseling. All right. So is this a new account, Cheryl? Okay. What is your Instagram? This is her Instagram. Okay, how about your YouTube, my friend? Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've seen Cheryl. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by, my friend. All right. So as you have seen earlier on, I actually showed you some of the stuff or materials that I'm going to be working on for tonight. Tonight for me, morning for you guys, right? So I'm from the future. It's only morning time for you, but it's almost the next day for me. I do have a question for everybody in the chat right now. What do you like better? Heat foiling or letterpressing? Okay? So, but then again, maybe, do you know or have you encountered heat foiling? I know it's been something that we've been doing for a lot of years already, foiling. Okay, but normally in the past we did toner foiling, right? So you can just use your what do you call this, laser printers, or have it printed outside, okay, by let's say digital print, and then you can you can foil it rather by at home just using your laminator. And for a long time that's how we did, okay, for crafters that's how we did it, right? And then a little bit, maybe about half a decade ago or so, heat foiling was introduced. And of course it has been done for many years already for the commercial printers, right? But for crafters, it was about a half a decade ago, I think, when heat foiling became available for us, that we can do it at home as well, right? And before that, was my first machine was called the Go Press and Foil by what's the name of the company? I forgot the name. Okay. Anyway, I have that machine, and then eventually, parang about several years later, Spellbinders came up with the Glimmer machine, right? So foiling became a little bit, more affordable, easier, and accessible. And then finally, right, letterpressing actually, I already was able to do letterpressing since the early 2010, 2011. I think it was We Are Memory Keepers who actually created that. I still have that, but the plates were plastic, but very similar process, right? But then it was so hard to put the ink, with the brayer. It was messy. So it was nice, but a little bit difficult to do. And then Spellbinders again released, the BetterPress letterpress, where, the inks were no longer in tubes and you don't need a brayer anymore. They were in ink cubes, right? So it was pretty easy and less messy. So now I want to return, okay, to these two kinds of techniques that you can actually use not just for card making but also for various crafty paper things, right? So we will revisit them. Okay, yes, so good to see you live. Looking forward to seeing your card making skills. Thank you, Cheryl, and thank you, my dear friend, for dropping by. All right, of course, we have Marian Cresp in the house. Hi, Marian. All right, my dear friends, if you have not checked Marian yet, this is the first time that you're seeing her. She is an amazing content creator. She's very crafty, but her focus is really on planning and productivity. So if you don't really know what your planner piece is, or what kind of planner you can use to be more productive, head on to her channel. And she's also in all of the socials as Marian Cresp. She actually has a very big community on Instagram as well. Thank you so much, Marian. And she is based in Australia, by the way, so it's pretty late for her. So probably she's here to say hi, hello, and probably in a little bit she needs to sleep. All right, so again, there you go. And of course, we have Marie-Michelle Bartolome. Okay, she is actually the founder of Craft, Create, and Swap Club. And in 2025, starting this February, we're going to be having a collaboration with the club where we will be the sole platform who will share their live streams live once a month. All right. So their next live stream is going to be with us, is going to be on February 15, 8 p.m. Philippine time. It's a little bit early for most of you, but hopefully you can still watch on replay. There you go. All right. So love heat. Okay, Donna. Okay, loves heat foiling. All right. The letterpress is fun also to do. High five, my friend. So it's a toss up between which one I love better. But if I really need to choose just one, I would prefer letterpress. I really love letterpress, my friends, in the sense that it's like it's so simple and yet very elegant. And most of the time, it's really flawless. Right? So once you get the hang of how to do it, it's so easy. Right? So a lot of us actually, for our sentiments and sometimes the flowers and stuff, sometimes we want to heat emboss, right? You can actually have that same feel as well when you do your heat foiling or your letterpress. All right, so without further ado, let's go back to the basics first. Okay, so to the left, okay, so let's go first to which one came in first. So this is what an example of a hot foil system is. This is from Spellbinders and this is called the Glimmer. Glimmer. Right? So this is not the first. There was an earlier version and it's called the Go Present Foil. It's over there. Sorry, I didn't bring it here because I don't have enough space. But that one had a door. Okay, which you can only open and close like that. So for me, that was a little bit of discomfort in a sense that, sometimes if you have a thicker paper or if you have a, wider plate, so it's kind of hard to navigate through, the door and the hinge and all of that. So when they created, when Spellbinders came up with the Glimmer, where it's just a plate that you put on top, that was like, whoa, mind blown. It was so fun. And as you can see, since this is a Spellbinders product, okay, so it actually, both the Spellbinders Glimmer and the Spellbinders Letterpress, BetterPress Letterpress, the nice thing about this though is if you have Spellbinders die cutting machine, okay, the Platinum Spellbinders Platinum Classic, the big one, or the 6-inch one, or Platinum 6, or the what do you call the other one, the Sapphire Extra. If you have any of those, then you don't even need to come up with shims, right? But this can actually be used with any die cutting machine, but you need to find the perfect shim, the perfect pressure, because in both of these techniques, pressure, okay, is very important. Therefore, sometimes you really need to play with it because it will differ. So what you're gonna see with how I'm gonna do it might differ slightly with you because of the machine that you might be using, right? So sometimes older machines, maybe you've had the machine for a decade, you've gone thousands and thousands of die cutting, so sometimes the pressure is not that much if you use the same process as I'm doing. So you need to put in shims are like additional papers or something that you can put on top to make the pressure a little bit higher or make it tighter. Okay, so there you go. So again, I'm no expert, okay, but I do love doing this. And so tonight what I want to do is because I've done several videos on this one, comparing it with the other heat press, okay, I mean with the other foiling techniques like toner foiling and then heat foil and then other machines. And then I've done the letterpress, okay, comparing this new system with the old one. But I've never really did letterpress together with foiling. Right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. All right. So again, thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to the channel. All right. So let's start first with the Glimmer. Okay. So the Glimmer, as I mentioned, is it's heat foil. Okay. So Mommy Lala, what's the difference between this and the toner foil? All right, so the toner foil, remember, that is the one that needs that the images or the thing that you need to foil needs to be printed via toner. Okay, a toner ink, okay, or powder. Okay, so what happens is that you have the image and then you put it on the foiling machine. Okay, normally a laminating machine, right? So you put it in between a carrier sheet to protect it, Okay, and then after you've passed it through the laminating machine, you remove it, and then voila, you have the foiled image or foiled sentiments already. But in this case, what we use is what we call, okay, a heat foil. Okay, heat foil, not toner foils, right? So how will you know? They look actually the same. So the only way that you will know, of course, if you buy it and it says heat foil, right? So because you will know, they will say toner foil or heat foil. What if for some weird reason you have mixed up your foils? Another thing you would know is if you try to heat foil with it and nothing gets foiled, then you are using a toner foil. Because yes, you cannot use a toner foil for heat foiling, because heat foiling really needs heat foil to be able to foil. Okay, in the same way that you cannot use the heat foil for toner foiling, because toner foiling needs toner. Okay, that kind of ink that's plasticky, so that when it heats up, it melts and then sticks to the ink and to the image rather. Okay, so just a slight difference. Okay, so the glimmer actually comes with these two plates. So this is called the thin shim. Whoop. This is called the thin shim. Come on. Okay, and then this is the spacer pad. Okay, and it's perfect for if you do have the Spellbinders Platinum Classic or the Platinum 6. And the thing is, if you can see, you have lights here. Okay, so when this one is already green, it means that it is already hot. Take note that this middle part, this rubber part, is very, very hot. Yes, it can scald you, it can hurt you. So we do not touch the middle part. Okay, and then so what you do now is you get your, hold on, you get an image here. That is easy. Okay, so let's do something that is easy. Okay, let's do that. Thank you and happy birthday. All right. These are, again, foil dies. Okay, so you will ask, Mommy Lala, can we use our die cutting dies? Okay, cutting dies? Okay. Yes, but not today. I'm not gonna be doing that today. Okay, we're just going to focus on specific. These are really, dies. Okay, we call them foil plates. Okay, not dice plates. Okay, and they are really meant for foiling. So as you can see, okay, so the image, the raised image has to be on top. The flat one has to be the one that is on the surface of the foiling system. Okay, and then the next thing that you do is you choose a foil. Again, make sure that your foils are heat foils. Take note, today during the countdown I showed you that I actually will be using foil quill. Oops, it's mirrored. Hold on. Okay, let's unmirror that. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is foil quill. All right, so foil quill is a brand. Okay, but it's actually still heat activated foil. So as long as it's heat activated foil, you can use it no matter what brand. Yes, I've tested it. This is a very, very old brand. It's actually for We Are Memory Keepers. Heatwave, this machine. Okay, that's been there for like early 2000s. Okay, this is how you do it before, right? So you have that machine, like an engraving machine, and then you just put it, this one's hot, and then you put your foil on top, and then you, with your own handwriting, and then eventually they came up with templates. So these are heat foils, so you can also use that. So I will be using different kinds of heat foils from different manufacturers. Thus, what I'm trying to say is, as long as they're heat foils, you can use them with this. All right. So, okay. This is, I think, a foil quill. So when you use it, okay, so you have the shiny part and you have the dull part. right? So the one with the color, the one that's dull, okay? Unless, let's say you have silver. So the shiny part, I call this the shiny part, okay? So all you need to do is to, okay, make sure that you have a paper, okay, where you want to put it. Now you ask, what kind of paper? Okay, so for heat foiling, any. Okay, any paper you want. Okay, so just lay it down flat like so. Okay, and then put the paper you want. Okay, and then you put now your shim, your thin shim. Okay, and then your spacer pad. Now, will you do the same thing? Let's say you don't have the Spellbinders Platinum. You might need to add pieces of cardstocks. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Again, depending on your machine, your die cutting embossing machine, because you really need to put it there after. Okay, and then after that, okay, whoop, okay, all right, because I wasn't using it for a long time, but it protected itself and turned itself off. So you see that it's red. So we need to wait it for it to be green. All right. So there you go. Let me check. If you do have questions, just put them in the chat. Hi, Jana. Good morning. And hello, Dana. Yes, I'm actually live. Great, Dana. Hello. Okay, Caroline is here. Yes, good morning, Caroline. Good morning. And Caroline saying hi to everybody, my friends. Please say hi to my dear friend Caroline. She actually did a very cute Valentine's gift idea for, it's super fast to make. Please do check out her channel as well. All right, so we're still waiting for it to be, okay, there you go, green. Okay, and then you just press timer and you will see it's blinking. Right? So normally whenever I change the die or the plate, even though it's already green and it says go, I give it a little bit, maybe a minute or so, just to make sure that it's really hot. But since I've opened this already about 15 to 20 minutes before you use it, open it up because it takes a while for it to actually heat up. Remember, foiling, 2 things, whether it's toner foiling or toner foiling, of course, pressure and toner quality. Okay, and then if it's heat foiling, it's heat and pressure. Okay, so we're still waiting because it's still blinking. Oh, Nightbot again. Okay, sorry. Sammy Pies, this is Jana. Hi, Linda. Nightbot behave. Thank you so much, Linda, for... Sorry about Nightbot, Dana. Or Dana, I don't know how you pronounce. Okay, there you go. You see, it's no longer blinking. So you need to pull it out. Okay, so you just pull it out. Okay, so normally I pull it out. I put the knuckles of my finger like that and hold this like that. Okay, and then I will just run the whole thing, this whole system, onto my die cutting machine. Okay, which is the Spellbinders Platinum. I don't have a camera, but it's all here on the side. Here on the side, so I will just okay, roll it. Okay, there you go. Just one pass. When you do it, you don't do forward and then back. Normally we want to do that, right? Forward, back. No. Okay, because that might give you a little bit of ghost. Oh, did you see what I did? Okay, so after running it through you need to push it back. All right, so that it will heat up again. So if you are doing a lot of foiling, then it's gonna be easy for you. All right, so there you go. You see the image already, right? Okay, all you need to do now is just, there you go. How gorgeous is that? Right? Thank you. Happy birthday. Perfect. Right? Ah, gorgeous. All right. So, and then what do you do with this? Okay, so this one. Okay, what is that? Okay. Is that the comment? Let me see. Oh, Linda, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Linda. Sorry, I don't know why Nightbot is not coming up with with the notification normally I do have. Okay, so I do have a goal for tonight that if we reach about 10 super chats, I will do another episode where I will actually do the dice. Okay, the die cutting, dice for letter pressing and heat foiling. Okay, so what you do now, you don't grab this with your fingers. They're very hot. So the machine actually comes with a pickup tool. Okay, this part is magnetic, so you just touch it, and then it also comes with a mat like a trivet, so you can actually put your hot plates over there just to release. Just press and then it's released. Okay, again, they are very hot. Okay, so what do you do next? Okay, so what I want to do next, oops, there is a foil there. Okay, I want to remove that. Okay, let me see. Extra foil over there. All right, so what if, okay, how about this? Do I just throw that away, Lala? It's so nice, right? No, you can actually still use that. Okay, we do have, but you do need to have the plate. Okay, for you to be able, to use the negative part of your foil after foiling, you do need a solid, plate like this. Guys, you know why this is like this? Because the first time I used this, and I have a video with all of the bloopers. Okay, you look for my very first, I think, heat foil episode. I did it twice the wrong way. It should be shiny side down, even in the negative. So I thought if it's the negative, I will do it like this. And so what happened is, I actually foiled my plate instead of the paper. And so I did it again. And I did the same mistake twice in the same live stream, right? So I had to remove all of those, foils that stuck to it. And so I scratched the plate. So sometimes the foil, the result is not perfect. Sometimes because I've ruined it. Okay, but most of the time it's okay. Since this is it's very huge, right? So this might take a while for it to heat up. Because remember, this is metal, but since it's been on for a while, so you will see that it will take a while for it to, to be hot. Okay, so we will wait for it to be hot so that we can use the negative part of the foil. So in this way, it's like there is no waste, right? So when it comes to heat foiling, another thing that I like about heat foiling rather than toner foiling, when it comes to like rejects, mistakes, there are less when it comes to heat foiling. Unlike with toner foiling, because with toner foiling, if let's say you're not the one who printed it and then they didn't print it with best quality, so when you foil it, you would see that not all the parts are actually foiled because the toner quantity per like square, okay, or per pixel is not that much, so you will see pixelation. So it's not nice. So whenever you use toner foiling, and then you're the one who actually wants to print it yourself, make sure that you always choose best quality, photo quality, whatever it is, and do the same if you want it to be printed by somebody else. But with heat foil, as long as it's hot and the pressure is okay, you're almost good to go. There you go. Let me see. Yeah. All right. Yes, Linda is so sweet indeed. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, okay. Hi. This is Dana. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Yes, this is Dawn, my friend. So the Crafty Visage is Dawn. All right. There you go. Thank you so much again, my dear friends, for dropping by. All right. So hopefully this is okay. So again, shiny side down always. All right, and then you get the paper that you want, okay, and then you just cover that, okay, and then you just put the same, okay, so your thin shim or your spacer pad. Again, this may change. Like if you are using, let's say, a big kick, a big shot, a different kind of, die cutting system, then you have to play with your machine to find out, the perfect pressure for you. Do you need to add more paper? Do you need to add less? Do you need to remove this and that? So it's really would depend. Okay, and so now it's green. We press the timer, and when it stops blinking, then we'll pull it out and we'll run it through our platinum die cutting machine again. Hi, Carrie! Good evening, my friend. This is Carrie Rhodes, my friends. If you have not yet checked her out, please do so. She is an amazing, content creator and crafter as well. Says Jana. And Jana, my dear friends, also does lives. Most of the people that you see here actually does lives and edited videos as well. So yes, please, if this is the first time that you're seeing the people in the chat, please do check them out. All right, it's still blinking. So there you go. These are the dies that we use. These are they spellbinders? I'm not sure if these are spellbinders. Or a different brand. Okay, and then later probably would ask, because I'm using all spellbinders, right? So because later we'll be showing, or we'll be checking out if we can use the, what do you call this, the foil plates for letter pressing with the BetterPress, and vice versa. Of course, we if you already have been doing this for a while, spellbinders actually tells us that, and also Jennifer Maguire, of course, told us that you can actually use the BetterPress plates for heat foil, but not the other way around. So the heat foils, plates, the foil plates cannot be used for better pressing. Okay, because it might, take note of the word might, ruin your system. Okay, so I'll show you. Okay, again, mine is no longer under warranty, so I'm okay to play with it. Okay, but make sure that you know that there's a caveat. You're not supposed to do what I'm supposed to do later on, right? So do it, the risk. Okay, so there you go. It's green, so I'll just pull it out. Again, the best way is, just your knuckles, put it on the sides, and then your thumb, pull it. Okay, so that this one will stay. It will not fly or something like that. And then we'll just run it through my die cutting machine, which is a Spellbinder Platinum. So I don't need to put any more shims because it's just perfect. Again, just make sure that after you've run it through, and do not go back and forth, because that might give you a possible ghosting. Just one pass. And then if you will see, those are the electric terminals, so you gotta push it back in so that if you need to use it again, it's gonna start to heat up again. All right, so we'll just remove the plates. And there you go. There you go, my friends. So now you have the negative. And look at what is left. This part. That's the only thing that is left. And that part, if you want, you can still get this. Later on, if you want. So there you go. And then you can cut that. You can cut that, and you can see that's my face. Right? So you can still use it. So you have here the positive, and then you have the negative. So how awesome is that? Right? So that's why I love heat foiling rather than toner foiling. I find that's easier to do. It's just that, of course, this one does need this system. You can, unlike with toner foil, you can just use, a regular laminator that you get from, let's say, from an office supply stuff. Anything that would laminate would be okay. But of course, quality is different. So for really nicer, more consistent foiling, especially if you are doing this as a side hustle, you make invitations and stuff, I still feel that the Mink machine is still best because the pressure and the heat is more consistent. Because I do have a lot of, there was a time where I actually do this as a side hustle, right? So I create invitations for weddings, birthdays, and other occasions. If I do have different sizes of laminator, I have the regular letter size, A4 size, up to the really big ones. But what I found out is that the pressure in those laminators can vary. It's just there are certain parts where really no matter how many times you put a shim or whatever, it doesn't really laminate as nice as the other parts. Therefore, I just, stuck to my Mink machine. All right. If I do want to do toner foiling. Again, pardon the mess. You know already the history of this, right? So sometimes that's how we learn, right? We do make mistakes. And I made that mistake live. Not once, twice in the same live stream. Amazing, right? That was crazy. Oh my goodness. But I learned a lot from that one. Okay, what happens when you have too much pressure or so less pressure? Great question. Okay, Dana, when you have not enough pressure, here is what's gonna happen. Let me see. Let me find a sample. Okay, so it will not what do you call this? Oh, this one. It will not be perfect. Okay, so the impression of the image or the word or the sentiment will not be perfect. Like this one. Okay, I need a paper. Do you see that? Do you see the I adore you? Whoop, come on. There you go. Okay. You see the D? I adore you. Right? So when you're heat foiling, that could be two things. Either the pressure or heat. In this case, I feel it's the heat. But you can have similar result when you don't have either enough pressure or heat. Okay, so those two things, very, very important. So you cannot just, let it just be there, and then you removed it already, and then you forgot, I forgot, I should actually pass it through already the die cutting machine. And then it already went cold. So you will have, an imperfect impression. What if it's too heavy? All right, too tight. Okay, so you will have what's called overfoiling. But what you can do though, it's very easy to what do you call this? It's very easy. Hold on, I'm looking for my eraser. Okay. Wow, this is good. I forgot my eraser. There's the sand eraser that you can just, go through this sometimes even with just your hand. And then you will remove already the overfoiling. Let me see. Do I have anything overfoiled? I don't have. Everything seems to be perfect today. All right, let me see if I can find something that is overfoiled. Okay, so basically what you just do is you run your finger or your through it, and then whatever is in excess will get removed. Okay, so sad to say that the same thing with toner foiling, but with heat foiling, it's easier to remove it. Okay. So, any more questions before we move on to Letterpress? Hi, Shanna. This is my dear friend, Shanna. Shanna does videos daily, my dear friend. So, if you want a lot of inspiration about paper crafting and other things, and she's actually also organizing her craft room these days, check out Shanna. All right, there you go. Woohoo! It's raining again. Oh my, rain and snow. I think that's a great combination, right? Oh, Dana, you love rain. Okay, we're supposed, as long as it's not like too much rain where you get floods, right? Freezing rain, so good day to stay in and craft. Okay, yes, please do. And if ever you're gonna go out, please stay safe. All right, so the weather has been pretty unpredictable here as well. Yes, normally it rains during the night, but we are a tropical country, so raining is, quite expected. I've yet to toner foil, so I love hearing what you like for these things. Thank you, Carrie. I had to start with toner foiling because in the olden days, in the 1900s, we don't have heat foils, right? So we didn't have this system. So I actually started with the Go Present foil. The Go Present foil is just 3/4 the size of this. So it's a smaller foiling element as well. So I like the Glimmer because it's huge and it doesn't have a hinged door. So if ever, oh, I left it at the office. That's why I can't see it. Okay, but if you can go back to my previous videos, you will be able to see what I mean by the Go Present foil. Shanna is saying, I'm currently pondering my craft roulette card. Oh, yes, craft roulette actually was yesterday for you guys and was earlier this morning for me. Yes, and please don't forget that this coming weekend, okay, next week it's gonna be Jay. Jay is gonna be on Craft Roulette. He's going to be Craft by Jay is going to be the guest, and of course he's part of our awesome community. So please let's be there and support Jay. Yes. Good morning, Shanna from Dawn. Hi, Shanna. I'm working on mine right now. Woohoo! Okay, is it hard? Because I would know what the card roulette parameters are when I go to Dalisa's channel. But when I went there this morning, she didn't go live because she was already, feeling a bit tired. She was cooking though. She was cooking dinner and then she just went live for 15 minutes. So I don't know what the parameters are. Oh, shoe element. Oh, cool. How will you put a shoe? Yes, Jay on Valentine's. Indeed, yes. So I will be there on Valentine's to support Jay, of course. So yes, please, if you don't know what Craft Roulette is, it's by Miss Mary Gunn. So she does this weekly challenge where she has normally 4 different parameters, and so it's nice. It takes you out of your comfort zone, right? So if you are a crafter, a card maker who always somehow navigates towards a specific design or style, then joining this kinds of challenge, Craft Roulette, would take you out of your comfort zone because it will really force you to think. Like today, I think the parameter that they're having a hard time is about the shoe, right? So please do check that out. So card with 3 folds. So it has to be a card with 3 folds, sweater colors, footwear, and post-it. So there you go. So you can interpret it any which way you want as long as you can defend it, right? Because there's a part in your submission where you will explain, why is this shoe? Why is this like this, right? So you can actually, it's so much fun, my friends. You should try it. All right, so love Craft Roulette, right? There you go. Everybody loves Miss Marigan and Craft Roulette. They are, I think, already 500th episode or more, right? So it's an amazing, challenge and amazing community as well. All right, so this is the hot foiling system. Okay, so again, this is also from Spellbinders. Okay, so I'm gonna be using. Okay, remember I told you I do have another letterpress machine, and this is from We Are Memory Keepers. I think now is Memory Keepers, but before it's called the oh my gosh, Legacy Letterpress. I forgot. Okay, you have to check my previous video. I forgot what the name is, right? So anyway, so the thing with this one, okay, I'll just turn this off a bit. Okay, will I turn it off? Yes, I can easily turn it on later. Okay, so this one. So we'll have more space. Okay, for this. All right. So now I am introducing to you the BetterPress Letterpress. So if you would see, it looks like, this looks like the base for, a die cutting machine, right? Well, it looks like that because this one actually is very much, again, compatible with the Spellbinders Platinum. Okay, I'll just remove this, my friends, so I can use this part. Hold on. Okay. I'm removing. Okay, so if you can see, this is heavy, right? Because it's big. So I have to help glide it towards the... Okay, so if you can see, okay, both are of the same width. Okay, and let's look at the thickness. So if you can see, more or less the same thickness, because this is actually very much compatible with the Spellbinders Platinum 6, the Platinum Original, or the, what do you call this, extra, the Sapphire Extra. All right, so there you go. So it looks very similar. The handle is similar, right? So, but this is longer. Okay, so let's take a look again at the hot coil system. Okay, it's the same width, still hot, but look, it's shorter, right? And that's the heating element, the middle one. Okay, this one, okay, does not need heating. Okay, that's the nice thing about this machine, okay, and this tool, rather, because you don't need the heat. You don't need the, a laminating machine. You don't need heat. All you need is this, okay? So there are several parts to it. This magnetic, what do you call this? Magnetic plate, okay, which has already marks for a specific, for A2 and A7, which is the size that we normally work with, okay, for cards. And then it also comes with, okay, this 3 plastic, very, very thin shims. 1, 2, 3, okay? And of course, this platform, okay? So this all together, so the 3 shims, this one, and this one is what they call the chase. C-H-A-S-E, chase. All right? So if you would see, Lala, why is there that plastic? Is that included? No, this is my personal hack. Right? So normally it just come with this, my friends. I'll show you. Okay? The thing is, I'm very OC. I know that, like polymer stamps, this kinds of, of course, there's that tendency for inks to, for it to be stained by the inks that we use. That's fine. It doesn't affect the quality of your outcome. But still, I don't like it to look dirty. Right? So this was every time I use this, it becomes super dirty. Okay, it takes me a while, a lot of cleaning stuff to actually remove, the stain to a level that I'd be okay, a little bit comfortable. So I tried different kinds of things to protect it and make it still work. And I found that the thing that works with me, my friends, is your saran wrap, or your microwavable, what do you call this? Okay, the Glad wrap, food wrap, whatever it is you call, wherever you are in the world. Right? So just... okay, again, the people on Instagram, thanks so much for being here. If you do have questions, comments, just put them in the chat and I will see it here. All right, so this is just a regular, inexpensive saran wrap, right? So just, grab a little bit of it. Okay, again, not too many, not a lot. Okay, and then just, wrap it through like so. Again, this is just a hack, okay? And then I remove it. Okay, and then I will just, okay, tighten it, right? So to make it, very taut, I will just, pull. Okay, come on. Pull like so. And then pull also this side. Okay, so maybe your next question is, will it affect, because it's no longer flat on the back side because of, the plastic? Yes, so that's why I try to not make it go near the middle, because normally that's where I will, use this one. So I'll just try to really pull it. Okay, so like that, so that when it so there you go. So that when I put it in here, there, right? So that if I need to clean it, since this is plastic, it's so easy to clean and wipe the ink. And when it's dirty, I just remove it and then just put another one, right? So it's not perfect, but it's the best. Until I find something else. Maybe you have found a hack, maybe you can share it in the chat, right? So I would love to hear how you do it. Okay, Laurie says, it has a stamp with shoes that hasn't had enough love. Nice one. Yes, bye, Laurie. Okay, thank you. Say hi to your son. Thank you so much for being here early, Laurie. You can always watch on replay. Thank you so much, my friend. Hi, Wims. There you go. Everybody's saying hi to Wims. Wims is a local crafter. She's based also here in the Philippines. I have a plan. The Cozy Toe slippers have a bunny die. I'm going to use it. Woohoo! See? You're so good, Shanna. You already now know what to do. Woohoo! Good luck, my friend. All right, so we are actually talking about, the craft roulette parameters, which is kind of difficult this week. So they're trying to figure out how they're gonna, do it. Yes, cling wrap. There you go, cling wrap. All right, so that's the chase. The other part of this system is called the platen. So just remember platen because, this, makes it flat. You push it so that it goes flat, right? So that's the thing. So that's the only thing. So this has 4 magnetic ends. That is, since these are actually metallic, the edges. So when you put it like so, it will attract and it will close. Okay, so it is on the platen where you put your cards. So for today, we're gonna be using an A2 size card. Okay, so just like that. So you see that there is a guide. And this one actually also coincides with this one. Right? So as long as your paper is here. Okay, so others, okay, so I ran out of the most amazing tape. So I'm just using regular washi tape. Okay, so some actually put it like roll it and put it in the middle, but I've not had good results with that. Okay, so normally I just do it at the sides like so. Okay, again, okay, so once normally I just do 2 sides. It's if you want 4, then that's fine. So make sure that whatever you're gonna be pressing onto the paper will not touch the tape, right? So it's gonna look like that. Okay, so of course, just like the foiling, you do need a plate, okay, as well. Okay, so the difference between the BetterPress plate and the foil plates, okay, I'll show you. Okay, so this is the BetterPress plate. Okay, sorry, it looks dirty, right? But it's okay because it's the ink, it's stained. Okay, so the BetterPress plates are, okay, where are my, okay. So the BetterPress plates are silver. This is Spellbinders, my friends. Okay, and the Spellbinders hot foil plates are, what do you call this? Bronze. Okay, so it's a different color. So it's easy to identify if what you have is, a press plate, okay, BetterPress plate, or for foiling, okay, the color. All right, so what you do is you choose your press. Okay, so maybe you know what? Let's choose the original one, the one that came with the machine, okay, as a free. Okay, this is the flower that came with that. Okay, it looks very dirty, right? Stained already. All right, so you just put it there. Okay, so let's just make sure that I will clean it first. Okay, if it's your first time, then no worries. See, it's actually quite clean. There's a little bit but it's actually quite clean already. So I'll just, dry it. Okay, so if you will feel this has ridges. Okay, very, very fine details. Okay, if you will see, very, very, very fine details. And that's actually what I love about Letterpress. Okay, so once you have that, then Spellbinders came up with several different kinds of ink. If you buy this, the BetterPress Letterpress system, it comes with the black. Okay, BetterPress black ink. Now, if you want to ask, can we use the inks that we have? As long as they're not, as long as they're not the spongy type, but rather this kind, because the spongy ones really, it's like very, very wet, so it will smear, but the best video out there, if you want to, know and you don't want to do the testing, check out LV Handcrafted's video about this. She tested basically almost every ink that we have available right now. And then from there, you can choose what you want. But for now, for today, we're just going to use what is really meant for the machine, as the manufacturer once said. But again, there's so many out there, like Jennifer Maguire, Lynn of LV Handcrafted already did a very good video about, how to determine what kind of ink. All right, so let's choose the black. Okay, and so, you just, normally when we ink things, diba, we ink it like this, right? Up and down, up and down. But then remember, this has a ton of details, tiny, tiny details. So the suggestion is you stamp and twist, stamp and twist, stamp and twist. All right, so that's how you do it. Okay, stamp and twist, stamp and twist. So the thing is, if it's like this one, right, the stem, you see, I have the tendency, or you might have the tendency to have ink on your chase, on the part of the magnetic part of your chase, right? So, and that is what normally I don't like, because it's so hard to clean that, right? So what I will do now, since this is actually, just cling wrap, saran wrap, it is so easy to clean, my friends, right? So, because it's plastic, right? It's so easy to remove the ink. Okay, and then I'll just make sure that it's dry. All right. What is the next step? Okay, so you don't need heat with this. So we already placed, where's my platen? Hold on. Where the heck did I put my platen? Okay, it's just me here in this room. I need to determine. Gosh, where did I put it? Amazing. Hold on, guys. I cannot find it. Okay, so this is for the glimmer. Okay, this is the paper. Hold on. We cannot proceed unless I find. Okay, there you go. Okay, I place it on top of the other plates. Okay, so there you go. All right, so after you've placed that, okay, so the paper should be facing the image. Okay, the plate. Okay, and then you just, don't push. Just let it automatically, don't push. Not yet. Okay, so the only thing you're gonna hold is this part, that part. Okay, and then you will glide this through your die cutting machine. When you do so, you glide it one way. You don't go back and forth. Just one pass. So if you are not using a platinum or the spellbinder die cutting machine, so you do need to test several times before you actually do the final one to check the pressure. Okay, so if it's too much, then you have to, probably remove some of the shims. Remember, there are 3 shims underneath. If it's the pressure isn't enough, then you have to add, more paper on top as a shim. All right, so let's do this. Okay, I'll just run it through. Okay, by platinum. There you go. I've run it through the platinum. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, I'll just lift it. Okay, lift it from here. Whoop, come on. My camera is wonky. And there you have it. Do you see? Okay, the thing about letter pressing is it's debossed. It's not embossed, it's debossed. So it's very, very elegant. So the ones that you see that are commercially made for like high-end invitations and stuff, those are actually letterpressed and debossed. And for it to be done the traditional way takes a lot of, steps. So this is, the crafter's way of doing it. So I'm super happy and thankful that Spellbinders created this system, because it's been, one thing that I've been wanting to have for a very long time. So there you go. Okay. See, no smearing. It's already dry. How nice is that, right? So that's why if you ask me, letterpress versus foiling, letterpress, right? So that's just for me, right? So how nice is that, right? Okay, so let's go back to the chat first. Okay, so everybody's saying hi to Wims. Yes, good evening, Wims. Thank you, my friends, for, greeting each other. And yes, we had to say bye-bye to Laurie because his son arrived. Yes, take care, Laurie. And this is Gareb Mo. Okay, hello, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for dropping by. Okay, and Carrie says, I lose things right under my nose. Carrie, I do that. There is no episode that I have not missed. Missing scissors, missing die, missing stamp, missing adhesive. That's just, that's me. So I'm happy that Carrie's the same. Thank you so much, Carrie. I know Carrie is on Instagram. All right, so that's how easy it is, right? So the thing is, I have a very limited Spellbinders BetterPress plates, just simply because I'm from the Philippines, and there's only one local supplier or who actually brings in Spellbinders, and that's not lasting, but My Little Attic Studio, Nenet. So thank you, Nenet, for bringing this in. Okay, so we do have to wait some more for additional plates to come in. So I want to show you some of the things that I actually did. First and foremost, do you have questions about this system? Okay, so again, one of the issues I had before was the clean up. Oh, I forgot. I need to clean this. All right, was the clean up. Okay, so look at this, guys. So if you can see, so I just simply clean the the plastic, and as long as it's, not too dirty or didn't rip yet, so I let it stay. So it didn't affect the image, because again, the extra bulk, so to speak, from me adding that cling wrap is on the sides, not in the middle. So it's okay. I tried so many. I tried wax paper. I tried shims. I tried just without it. It's just that it's so hard to clean. So this way, it's easier for me to clean. So there you go. That's it. Okay, so now I'll show you some of the things that I did earlier on. Let me just remove that. Okay, so as I said, I have very little, of this now. Now, my question is, okay, another thing that, let's open this. Okay. Can I use this? They're supposed to be for letterpress. Can I use this for heat foiling? Okay, that's what I tested. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, let's grab a foil. Okay, this is also from Spellbinders. Okay, so this is a heat foil plate. Okay, so where's the top? Okay, so this is a heat foil plate. Okay, so if you can see, my friends. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Okay, hopefully you can. There. Okay, the heat press. Okay, look at the heat press and the heat press plate and the heat foil heat foil plate and BetterPress plate. There you go. I mixed them up, right? I put them together. So they are not exactly the same thickness. I don't have a caliper right now, but and I don't think the camera is giving it justice, but the foil plates are a little bit thicker, just a smidge, in my own opinion. Again, the suggestion of Spellbinders, your press plate, absolutely you can use for foiling, but your foil plates cannot be used for the BetterPress plate. If something happens, your machine, your better plates absolutely will never be replaced, cannot be replaced, because you did not use it the way they intended it for you to use, right? So it might ruin your machine, it might ruin your BetterPress plate or your die cutting machine. So do this at your own risk. But what I did find, okay, from my experiment earlier on is, if you want to use your press plates as, foiling plates, nothing more to use or add. Okay, just simply put them on top like so. Okay, wait for it to turn green, just like what we did earlier on. And then, put your heat foil, and then you can foil. Okay, how about the heat foil to BetterPress? I'll show you. So let's do the BetterPress heat foil first. Okay, so it's just still red. So while waiting for that, okay, so maybe we can do the... Okay, so because we're waiting for that, let's do the hot... Again, this is not a suggested technique. Okay, disclaimer. Okay, Spellbinders says do not do this. Jennifer Maguire also said do not do this. I'm just doing it because I want to test it, right? So remember, I told you that the BetterPress, okay, so the chase, okay, does come with 3 shims. So if this is what I've found out from my experiment, okay, if I remove the 3 shims, okay, and just the magnetic plate, I remove that, okay, and then I put in my, this is for foiling, heat foil, right? Heat foil plate. This is not a BetterPress plate. This is a Spellbinders heat foil plate. Okay, and then I will ink it as if it's a BetterPress plate while we're still waiting for... Oh, it's already green, but it's okay. So there you go. I'm just laying down the ink, just like so. Okay, I will not complete it because what I'm gonna do here is just a small Just a small tag. All right. So there you go. And I'll just lay down the tag. Okay, sorry. You get your platen. Okay, remember this is the same. So I'll just, put it in the middle of the platen. Okay, and I'll just, where is my washi tape? Okay. So I have run out of the tape that came with this. So I'm just using a washi tape. Okay. So, and then I will just, okay, it's okay. This is just for test, and then I will run it through my die cutting machine. The pressure when I was, running it through, the same as, with the press plates. Again, I removed the 3 shims, okay? Okay, and this is what it looks like. All right. So if you can see, remember, I didn't ink the whole plate. That's why there are parts here that were not, but that's fine because I really did not. Okay. So if you can see, it's debossed as well. And I can see the design. So it works. Right? So it does work. Okay. So now we're gonna put foil on this later. Okay. So it does work. Again, do it at your own risk. This is not a suggested technique. Okay, I just wanted to check it. So again, I removed the 3 shims. Now I'm just putting it back because I might lose it again. So I will just pull this aside, put it on the side because I might lose it again. All right, so now this is okay. It's green. All right, so let's put a foil. Okay, so let's put a foil on top. All right, so. Okay, remember, shiny side down. Okay, and then let us grab. Okay. Okay, I hope. Okay. All right, that's hot. Forgot. Okay, now where are my plates? Okay, there you go. So you have your thin shim. Okay, and then you have your spacer. Okay, and then we'll just press the timer. Wait for it. Okay, so in this one, we are actually using a BetterPress plate to heat foil. Okay, so yes, we know that this is absolutely gonna work because spellbinders, everybody has tested this, and really this is gonna work. Right? So it is really going to work. But we're just going to show you that it does work. Right? So there you go. Let me see. Let's go back to the chat. Okay. Yes, beautiful details, right? Hi, Alyssa. Good morning. Thank you so much, my friends, for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Yes, and please, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, yes, please do so. We're almost at our 10.5. We're almost at 10,500 subscribers. Where I'm now at 10,499. One more, and we're at 10.5. All right. Thank you so much again, my friends. All right. So let's go back to this. Okay. So it's green. Okay. So let's pull it and run it through. Okay, our die cutting machine. I have the biggest platinum, so it's heavy. So I don't think my table can. That's why it's on the sides. Okay, remember to push it back in. Okay, you see that? Okay, I already can see it. Right? Look at the amazing detail. Look at that. No overfoiling. No nothing. It's just so perfect, my friends. It is so perfect. I love it. I'm so in love with it. Right? All right. So let's try to. Okay. Again, do not ever touch that. That's very hot. Okay. Okay, so you have to drag it towards, okay, the other one. And then that's, of course, I want to get the negative as well. So this is going to take a while. Okay, so shiny side down. Of course, we're going to get that one. Okay, gonna put this in that. And we're going to wait. Okay, because even though it's green, I'm not trusting that because that I just placed it there, right? So I'm gonna show you some of the things I did earlier. Okay, so that it can be. Where is that? This is it again. Where is it? Okay, hold on. Okay, I just need to pick things up because it might be somewhere here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what we're doing basically right now, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, because this system, okay, this press plate actually has this. Okay, so we just did this, right? But it has this one that goes into the middle. Okay, so what I did was I also, okay, heat foil that one. And then this is the, what do you call this? The die. Okay, the coordinating die to cut this middle part out. Okay, so we are just, okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. I'm just gonna push this towards the sides. If you do have questions, please put them in the chat. I hope I can answer. Okay, so Carrie said, long before BetterPress, people have been pressing the hot foil plates, just not on the BetterPress, just using a die machine and the rubbery mat. Exactly. Right, Carrie? That's why I said, we can, right? But then again, I am using the BetterPress system. So if you do have, of course, those things, right? So try out this, comment from Carrie, right? So if you don't have the BetterPress, you can still press your hot foil plates. Okay, so what I want to do next is actually use the die cutting plates. Is it possible? Will it cut? Okay, there is a way. Okay, it's another hack. And we'll try to do that next time. So as I said, okay, so this is what, okay. So earlier on, okay, so I used the BetterPress plate as a foil plate. And look at that. Amazing, right? So I used the teal, I think this is a foil quill, hot foil, right? So this is what I told you, that because I was talking to somebody, I think my son, so after it went green already, and then I removed it, and I was talking to my son, and I was, I should run it. So there you go, you see, because the heat. So that's what happens. So sometimes if it's lack of heat or not enough pressure, this can happen to the negative. There you go. Okay. So what do I do when it comes to this one? Don't throw it away. You can always fussy cut that. Okay. Or you can, do it as is where is. Just it's like an imperfect flower. All right. And then you can put a sentiment here or another ornament there. Right. So it will just cover up that, that part where it's not perfect. And that other part, it's okay. Right. So again, since this is basically, smaller than an A2 size. See? It's still perfect, right? So that is one. So another one is, again, using this BetterPress plate. Okay, so this one I used, this one I, what do you call this? I letterpressed, okay, using the Tawny Brown. Okay, BetterPress ink. So this is what it looked like. Oh, by the way, I forgot about the paper. Okay, so the best paper to be used for letterpressing is cotton. Okay, cotton paper. So normally that's the cold process watercolor paper. If you have those in lieu of, the BetterPress, Letterpress papers, you can use that. And this is basically a watercolor paper so that, the debossed part can actually really be felt and seen more. But you can actually use any paper, even your cardstock. It's okay. It's just that oftentimes, depending on the grammage or the thickness of your paper, it might not be as debossed as if you use a cotton paper. All right, so and then I use green foil, heat foil or hot foil, and then it could look like that. So you could actually what do you call this? Make it into a shaker. Okay, or just put it like that, or you put an acetate just on top, and then you just do like that. So there's so many ways. And then, of course, the negative part of this one, okay, is this one, right? Because this is green, and this is the negative, so I also foiled it. So you have an option for it to either look this way or look this way. Why? What happened? Oh, okay. I thought you were crying. My son. All right. And then this one, I foiled. This one, I didn't letterpress. I foiled this with green, right? So everything is green. And then, again, the negative of this one. Okay, so this one. So this is green on green, right? So you have those two kinds of option, right? So there are like so many, different options. And then one of my favorite use of, BetterPress and foiling is to come up with a ton of sentiments. Right? So in lieu of heat embossing, okay, so which could include, so many steps, right? So one of the things I like, okay, I'm still, the negative. I almost forgot about the negative. Sorry, let me just run this through. I almost forgot that we still have the negative. Anyway, so I'll just go get this paper. Okay, and they'll show you. So the positive, the negative. All right, so this all the ones with the dark teal, those are actually the negative. Okay, of the ones that have no solid. Okay, let me see, birthday wishes, because there's so many. I used for this one. This is my favorite, one of my favorites. This is the hot foil plate and die set. So it has all of these sentiments, a ton of sentiments, right? So I heat foiled all of this. Okay, so I got a ton. So, and then the negative part, I also got the negative and then just cut them. So if you can see this one, I use this paper. This paper, I think, is, if I'm not mistaken, from Bitty Penny. One of Bitty Penny's digital collection. I printed this. And so what I did was, this is the one I used to actually, foil. Okay, the sentiments. So you can see I have, varying colors for, okay, so these are all the positive. Okay, so some are in white, but definitely all the negatives are, okay, in this teal. Because remember, the color of the ink here is teal. So there, I have a lot. I got a lot, okay? So some are white, some are like that. Because there's so many, it doesn't fit in one paper. So I had to do several papers of the same color. Right? So that's how it is. So this is for the teal. So that's the positive. This is the negative. And so when you are actually creating a card, okay, normally I segregate them based on, let's say, birthday. So, sympathy cards or everyday cards, thank you cards, right? So it's so easy, to grab. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this is the blue. I used the blue, okay, for this. Okay, so let me just push to pull it. So I put them in baggies like this first. I will arrange them tomorrow. Okay. Hold on. So I did this in teal, and then I did it as well in, where are the others? Huh? Where are the others? I know I did this in green as well. If only I can find them. Where are they? There it is. So you have this kind of green, and then I have the dark green. So the lighter, but why is there a teal over here? Something got misplaced. That should be on the other one. So you have the positive, the negative for the dark green, and then we have the light green. Right? So like when you have flowers, you have foliage, like that. All right, so it's already green. So we're good to go. Okay, and then we will just run it through. Okay. This is a little bit harder because of, the plate is big. Remember? Okay, for this one. Okay, so there you go. Do you see how beautiful that is? Okay, so you just remove. Ta-da! Oh! Oh, that wasn't the perfect one. Okay, oh, this is what I told you, that sometimes this one, the imperfections of my plate, sometimes, especially if it's a big area, solid big area like this one, right? But if it's like a flower, it's not so evident, right? So, but then again, still, you can still use this, right? You can put something underneath or something, right? So, that's your negative. And where's the positive of this? I will look for it. Okay, hold on. We will look for it. Okay, and then, okay, look, this is the one, the other one. And then I added thanks. That the thanks is letterpress. So, perfect. Right? It's such a nice and very practical and, nice way to actually create cards, tags, sentiments, really fast. Okay, there you go. I found it. All right. No, that's not it. Where's the other one? I have not cut it yet. Okay, my friends. There you go. There's the positive and this is the negative. All right. So those are basically, so learning for tonight. Yes, you can use the letterpress plates to actually foil, and you can also use the foil plates to actually do letterpress. So, if you have any of the system, in effect, you can actually already create two different kinds of technique. Right? So amazing. So sometimes it's just nice to revisit the tools and things that we have and what else can we make use with it or do with it, right? So again, that's it. Okay, so let me see if, what time is it? 10:28. Okay. So maybe I can, still create a card with all of this. Okay, let's okay, let me see what are the, let's come up with a card. Okay, for this. So that at least we have what do you call this? We have finished products. Right? So there you go. Okay, and then where are our sentiments? Let me just remove this so I have a bigger table. Accidentally step on it. Okay, move. Okay, to a place where I cannot step on you. There you go. Okay. So now let's just look for and start turning this into cards. Okay, I like that better. And then maybe this one would be that one. So we'll have different looks. Okay, we'll have different looks with this. 10, and then this would probably Okay, so do we want that or we want a simpler one? Okay, let me see. Probably I'll do. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there you go. You brighten my day. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Okay. Let's just turn them into cards, my friend. Grab card base. Okay. Okay, so how is everybody? Okay, have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Caroline, for dropping by. Thank you, my friends. There, I forgot again what KYB means. Mommy Lala, I'm curious if you can also deboss the letterpress to a faux leather. Faux leather. I think yes. You don't use ink. I think yes, if it's faux leather. So let me get back to you on that. Okay, Wims. I do have faux leather here. I will test it out. Okay, so 5.25. Alright, so where is my glue? There you go. So I hope that you have enjoyed our episode today. What happened to my glue? Let me just poke my glue a bit to wake it up. Wake up, glue. Where is the thing that I used to poke it? I can't find it. So let's try and use another one. Okay. Come on. We're almost at the finish. Okay, come on. Okay. There you go. So the thing I like about letter pressing and heat foiling, you don't need to do a lot of, other techniques because in itself, they're already very elegant. But if you do want, you can even, because this is foiled, right? You can even color this. I actually I am doing a project right now where I actually, I love using actually. Can I not stop? Can I just stop using actually? If you go back to this video and count how many times I've said actually, oh my goodness. It's my filler word, my favorite filler word. Even my videos. I should stop. Anyways. As I was saying, there we go. See, it's very simple. Very simple. What are you doing? Go here. Not there. Right? It's very simple yet very, very elegant. You can, even put a little bit. Let me see. Reaching out for my gems here. Okay, let's put in a little bit of what happened? Okay, so some gold gem. Okay, again, my dear friends, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, right? So oftentimes I'm guilty of that. I forget to like, because actually liking the video and the live streams, my dear friends, do help out because it gets recommended more. Okay, even to those who are not on the live, it can get recommended for team replay. So again, thank you so much, my dear friends, in advance. And if you can share this out as well, that would be super awesome. All right. So again, thank you to those who have stayed with us, and even those who are on Instagram. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to this one. I forgot. There you go. See, just added those 3 droplets. And you're good to go. Whoop. There you go. Isn't letter pressing so nice? Right? So that's one. Okay, so let's just do, one more. Where are my card bases? My card bases are gone. Unbelievable. How in the world? I have 2 more left. Okay, I need to create some more. All right, so there you go. Okay, we can actually raise this. All right, so we'll glue this. We'll adhere this one first. All right, so okay. No, it's not middle. It's not. There you go. Okay, and then we will make this go up. What do you call that? Have that like kind of raised look. Where is amazing, unbelievable, Lala? Where the rest of my adhesive? What? Minute, guys. I'm trying to look for my foam tape because it has to be the same, otherwise there you go. Unbelievable, amazing how I can absolutely lose everything during the live. Okay, so you can actually, this could be a really nice shaker card, but then since it's already I've been here almost 2 hours already, so we'll end with this. Oh, that reminds me, have you guys been watching that or following that thing? I'm like so obsessed with that thing. All right, so we'll just do one. We will not do the other one. It's the same basically. It's just a different color theme. All right, so we'll have that. Okay, let me see. Oh no. Woo! Come on, you can do this, Lala. There you go. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. There you go. Nice. The- I'm suddenly reminded of Elizabeth. You see, all right, she likes green, right? So there you go. Okay, so this, that, okay, and then this one. Thanks. All right, so those are our 3 samples for today. I hope that you like, our revisiting, letterpress, letterpress, and foiling, and, vice versa. Yes, Carrie says, I want to go play with my glimmer and BetterPress. Go, Carrie. Thank you so much, my friend, for dropping by. You've been here almost the whole time. Thank you so much, Carrie. Very beautiful in its simplicity, right? So sometimes it's just, that's the thing with foil and letterpress, you can really go simple, okay, because it really has, the impact of the shimmer and the debossing. It's really very elegant. Yes, thank you so much, my friends. It's right in front of thank you. You guys saw that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Again, thank you so much, my friends. This has been such an amazing time again with you. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning, Saturday evening with me. I hope that you have a great rest of the week and see you again this Wednesday for another Crafty Nights here at Mommy Guide Inc. Oh, before I forget, my goodness, guys, tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow. On the 9th, okay? So for those who are in the US, on the 9th, it's going to be the February Candace Card Challenge 17 live stream hop, and we will be featuring mystery kits. So for those who don't know, what are mystery kits? Yes, so join us on February 9, starts at 2 p.m. Pacific, okay? There in the US, and then for the Philippines, it's gonna be February 10, the next day, morning time for us. 9. Actually, this has been changed. It's gonna be 7 a.m. Yes, a little bit early because we actually decided to come in earlier because I know it's the Super Bowl. We do not want to compete with the Super Bowl. Of course, we also want you to be able to watch the Super Bowl. So we will end before the Super Bowl. So we're 2 hours earlier than what was initially intended. So I go live at 7 a.m. So that's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and then just adjust. All right, with that.
Every change